First one we had, but it was a good game, really good college football game. I think it's pretty simple. This game came down to their ability to rush the football, and we couldn't run the football very well. So we became a little bit one-dimensional, and I really think that's what the difference was. Penalty yards are about the same. They got a couple returns on us, but we stopped them after they did. Turnovers evened out. We were better in third down than they were. We went fourth down, they didn't. So really the biggest difference, in my opinion, is their ability to rush the ball. I think they averaged a little over 5 yards per carry. And I think we were at 3.6 or 3.7, and that was really the difference. But there's two good teams out there today playing, and in the fourth quarter, I thought that they did a better job scheme-wise than coaching than we did, and then they made some plays at the end to get them over the hump. I think I'll be fairly accurate in saying that.
In what ways did you feel like the scheme-wise and better coaching came to light?
I just said they made a few they made a few more plays there than we did calls. We couldn't get much adjusted in the running game, and I thought they did a little bit. We did bust the coverage late in the game, but overall, defensively, we played pretty good. Offense kept putting them back out there in the third and fourth quarter. And then offensively, we just didn't rush the ball as effectively as we needed to.
Mike, is Spencer okay? We've heard the last 24 hours he's banged up, might not play.
He's fine.
He's fine.
He played pretty good. He missed a couple throws, but overall he played pretty good.
It is interesting, isn't it, Mike? You look so sharp coming out, take the 14-0 lead, and then the rhythm just, outside of a couple of plays here and there, you just never got back in that rhythm.
Rush the ball. Not effective running the football.
Are you able to pinpoint kind of why the rushing game wasn't there for you?
I would hate to say. There's a lot going on in there. I would have to look at it. It'd be unfair for me to say right now.
You didn't
How
get.
much did Spencer? How much was he able to practice, and how did that affect him? Do you think?
I don't want to talk about any injuries or directly related to players and how much they practice.
Sanders, he had the big touchdown run and scored another one on a nice run. After that, he didn't get a lot of running lanes. What was going on there?
Well, I'd hate to say, without looking at it, I don't know if it, some of it could have been scheme, some of it could have been just us not fitting them up. I would have to look and see.
What did you tell the team after the game, and how do you guys bounce back?
I tell them the truth, what I just told you. I think that the difference was they rushed the ball effectively and we didn't. Their coaches made some good calls late in the game, and they made some plays in the end. But I told them all week, you're playing a good team. They're going to make plays, you're going to make plays, you're a good team. And so they made the plays at the end, and that's the truth. And this league is going to, I don't know if anybody has a guaranteed win at all. I think it's going to be week to week in preparation, and so I asked them to make sure that tomorrow when we come to work that they're in a good frame of mind, and I understand they're frustrated. That's good they're frustrated, but I want them to be in a good frame of mind so we don't waste tomorrow, because basically it's about the journey from Sunday to Saturday. That's what it's about, preparation, and give yourself the best chance to play well.
Did you consider going for two at the end of the first overtime?
Kind of a little bit, but 2 is a low percentage play, and I felt like that we need to kick it and give ourselves a chance, because the way the way the rules are set up, you're getting ready to go for 2 anyway.
You had, Mike, I think you had 4 different 14-point leads where you might be one play away from a knockout blow. Is that Did you get a sense it was coming?
A sense of what?
One more, did you get that sense? Just
Yeah.
make one more play,
Well,
we might
had
be
a
able to.
chance. We had the ball around the 50-yard line twice. One time with like 6 minutes and 40 seconds or something, and then we had it again. And if we would have played decent and moved the ball a little bit, we had a chance to finish the game. We didn't do it.
How do you get better at running the football at this point in the year?
Keep working on things that we're good at and covering guys up and running your feet and breaking tackles and just basic stuff. Can't change where you're at. Just got to keep working on it.
Did the health of the offensive line affect the run game? You didn't have Preston Wilson.
Sure, I mean it affected some, but I mean, you know, we put other guys in and play, and they gotta block and make plays. So I just thought that they made some good calls coaching in the fourth quarter, and then they made some plays that we didn't in the fourth quarter. So I give them credit, I give their coaches credit, and give their players credit for making a couple plays.
Mike, what did the refs say to you about the substitutions?
I'm not sure right now. I mean, it's kind of a train wreck. I'm not saying whose fault it is. I'm just not clear on what's going on, to be honest with you. So we'll have to try to figure it out and see kind of what's going on.
Are they pointing at you on that? Like, are you saying it's a train wreck for you guys, or just you guys and the refs in general?
It's a combination of a lot of things. There needs to be some clarity on how it's supposed to work and how it's been different these last 2 weeks for us than it has been in a long time for me. And then we have to be better as coaches in the adjustment as we go on through the game.
Mike, in the late, you got a little conservative offensively. Was that in the second quarter? Was that field position? You backed up?
We didn't try to be conservative. We didn't move the ball as good, but we didn't say, hey, we need to be conservative.
Was the passing game was sporadic? Is that because they were just teeing off on you, knowing you couldn't run well?
I think that, you know, again, the big picture is we didn't rush the ball very well. And so when you're averaging 3.5 yards per snap running the football, the other team at some point might think you're one-dimensional, and then they can play a little differently.
What did TCU do so well running the ball? As you mentioned, they ran the ball better. So what did TCU do so well?
Scheme-wise, there's nothing out of the ordinary. I think one of the major issues is trying to protect against number one. So when you're trying to protect against him, it's hard to play the run a lot. So he draws a lot of attention. And I thought we did a good job defensively. He made some plays. We lost him there at the end of the game. We dropped coverage on him. But overall, our defense, our plan, the way we said, make him run 10 or 12 plays to score, worked pretty good. And then we were able to make him kick field goals for a long time, which was good. I mean, they got a good offense. They you know, they're going to score some points or whatever. But number one is a factor in trying to stop the run.
Did you get tired in the fourth quarter? You guys were out there a long time.
You know, I kind of thought about that myself. I don't think so. I think they made some good coaching calls. They made some plays. I don't think we were tired.
Good as this league is, good as that team is that you played today, no shame in losing here. Probably weren't going to go undefeated, but to have again that lead, is that going to gnaw at you a little bit?
Oh, they all do, you know, when they lose. I tell you, you know, I don't even remember the wins. I always remember the losses. We were trying to put it away. We just didn't get it done. But you know, the challenge now is just what you said. Is I'm going to guess mainly most every game we play is going to be like this.
one good thing out of it, you found a kicker, clutch time, to kick a long one.
No doubt. Yeah, what was that, 53?
I think 52.
52? Did a nice job.
What is his range? I mean, what are you comfortable sitting him out there? I mean, it
I'd
made
say
it by a
that's
good-
about, that might max it out right there.
And he made it by a good 5 to 6 yards.
He did. Had a little bit of wind. I think he had a little bit of wind. So I'd say that'd be about his range.
You got fourth and whatever it was in overtime, 4th and 10 or 11. And you go empty, and you got Luz Johnson wide open. How'd you come up with that?
And that's a base play for us, and they drop coverage.
They just let him in.
They drop coverage in that zone like we did over there on the with number 1.
You say drop, you mean bust?
Anything else for Coach?